Hi guys, this is take 2 because my pets are crazy. So welcome back. This is Flosstube number 35 and it's been about 2.5 weeks since I have filmed a Flosstube, maybe longer, I don't even know. So I've just been going through a hard time. Parker had some severe insomnia and he's better. He's been sleeping really well for the past week straight. He has slept really well every night. I've had a lot of bad migraines and I've had anxiety attacks, and then I found out there was a family member tragically passed away. So it's been a difficult time, and so I haven't been able to film much or do much, even do much stitching, but I do have some. So yeah, it's just been a difficult time, and I woke up and I was just like, I want to film my Flosstube because stitching brings me joy, interacting with you guys brings me joy, and I just need some of that sunshine in my life. So on our good days, Parker and I have been, I've been taking him out to lunch. He loves to go to McDonald's and Burger King, and then after that we'll go to the park, the library, things like that. So it's been fun because the weather has been a lot more bearable. And it actually was like 45 this morning, but during the day it's been really nice, and it's perfect weather to go to the park and have fun. So in South Carolina it's just so hot the second half of summer that we don't even go to the park at all, not even early in the morning, which he's not an early bird anyway, but it's just too hot. So this is perfect. I love it. I love this weather, and it's just nice. So anyway, that's what we've been doing when we've been able to, and that's about it. So I'm gonna look at my notes. I wasn't able to go through my comments like I normally do, but I did ask you guys about thread length and what length of floss that you like to use, and that was really fun to read everybody's comments because it was like almost completely even about what length somebody used. The two that stood out to me was Stacie C Stitches. Hers was probably the shortest that I read, and Candace Candace and one other person, if I can find out I will put their name here, said they used the like finger to shoulder or elbow, finger to elbow or something like that. I thought that was cute. So yeah, that was nice. So thank you everybody who commented. And let's see. So that's about it. And I have been watching everybody do their unboxings of the Black Needle Society Halloween boxes, which it has, if you don't know, they have sort of like Advent boxes for Halloween and Christmas. And so everybody opens one thing every day the month of October, and it's like little gifts, and then also it creates kits with the floss, fabric, and pattern, and project bags. So I was talking to Corinne of Grace Notes Stitchers about how I would love to get a nice list box when they come up for sale. I think it's next May for 2022, but it's right before StitchCon, and I can't remember when I filmed my last Flosstube, but I was able to get in the StitchCon B, so I will be there if nothing happens at StitchCon B. But I said, you know, that's like a month before StitchCon, so I'm gonna save my money for StitchCon and not for that box. So when I told her, I said, you know what, I think Mama Loves You GB, the Flosstuber, she had talked about how she had her husband wrap up, like he went, let's see, one year she had, oh, the mailman's out there, we may have some barking. One year she had a Needleworks shop send her floss, and she opened that as a surprise. And then I think she said last year she had her husband go by, either last year or she's going to do it this year. She had her husband get 25 skeins of DMC, or she's going to, and wrap them up so she'll be surprised. And I thought, that's what I need to do. So I was like, hey, I could have my husband picked something from my 123 Stitch with, y'all, them dogs are like, there's some pizza in the trash can, and they all think they're going to get in that trash can and get the pizza, and they're not. Come here. Quit fussing. Okay. So anyway, because on 123 Stitch, basically, you know, you have your wish list, and then it has the chart, and then you can just order all the floss that goes with it. And I thought at the time you could do the fabric too, but I don't think the fabric is on that list. So I told her, I was like, hey, I could have my husband pick a pattern for my wish list and just wrap everything separately. So I talked to him about it, and I said, okay, this is what I want for Christmas. I want you to pick a chart from my wish list and just get the floss with it and wrap it up. And then however many days it is, whether it's 8 things or 20 things, you know, you don't know, every chart's a little bit different. I'll just count down. Then I said, no, wait a minute, you can get me candy. I said, you can get me candy, like, or stuff, you know, like stuff from the dollar store to like make up on the days when there's not enough floss. I have this all planned out. And that way I can open up my own advent calendar in December. Now, whether or not this actually happens, I'm not going to hold him to it because it is almost November. And I told him, I said, you kind of need to do this in November to get it shipped here and to get it wrapped. Because I was just going to go get some little treat bags from the dollar store so that, and have him just write in marker. I mean, it doesn't have to be fancy or something like that. But honestly, he has a lot going on at work, at both his jobs. So if he doesn't follow through, it's okay. But I think it's a good idea. And, you know, if it doesn't work out this year, then we could do it next year. And I just thought that would be fun. So it's a way to have an advent calendar without paying $200 for one. Which I'm not saying it's not worth it. But it's a little bit more budget friendly. And it's something from my wish list, so I know I'm going to stitch it. So, anyway, I want to share that with you because maybe you want to do that too. And then I thought, okay, I can't do it this year, but next year it would be fun to maybe find a friend and do that with. Like, say, hey, I'm going to make you an advent. And somebody actually left that in my comments. Did they leave that in my comments? I think somebody left that in the comments. I will look back and I'll put your name, I'll put your comment right here on one of my Stitch With Me's when I was talking about the advent boxes of doing that with a friend. And I thought that's a great idea. You could say, hey, you kind of know what I like. I know what you like. And let's get something up for each other for an advent calendar for next year. Or Mother's Day. I mean, you know, something like that. Or your birthday or anything like that. So I'm excited just the idea of it. I got my cheap squeaky chair. I need some WD-40. I don't think about it until I'm filming my Flosstube and it starts squeaking. But normally I don't really, it doesn't bother me. Let me get a drink. So this is my iced coffee. This is my new obsession. I love iced coffee, but whenever I try to make it myself, it's a disaster. It never tastes right. So I've started buying Dunkin' Donuts pre-made coffee at the grocery store. And it's like they sell it where the milk and stuff is. So I get the unsweetened kind because I have to have sugar-free drinks. So I put my normal amount of milk that I use in my coffee, and then the normal amount of coffee, of hot coffee that I would drink. And then I put my equal in. That's the sweetener I use, equal, just like I make my normal hot cup of coffee, I use the same measurements in with the cold coffee. And it tastes so good. If you like those Dunkin' Donuts or Starbucks drinks like you get at the gas station, like Frappuccinos and stuff, if you like those, that's what it tastes like. But they don't sell sugar-free versions of those. So I'm making my own. And it's cheaper. So win-win. Okay, so I have 2 finishes. They're both small, but they're finishes. Yay. The first one is Lizzie Kate Spooky String. And I pretty much changed everything on this. I stitched it on chalkboard black. And I just picked floss, DMC floss from my stash that I liked. And it's kind of picking up the colors. And I have one variegated. The A didn't show up too well with that yellow that I chose, but I don't mind. I think it's really cute. It's festive. I love the purple and teals and the greens. I love it all. So I just need to finish it. I want to finish it into a pillow. So I'm just going to try to do like the fat quarter shop tutorial where you just add fabric on each side and put it on a pillow to put on my entertainment center that holds my TV, to kind of put like in front of my TV. So because the problem I have with these is that the last one I finished, I really didn't have anywhere to put it. I didn't have anywhere to hang it. It was on a rope. And so yeah, I'm gonna try to finish this into a pillow. And then I want to start the Thanksgiving version. So I may pull that out today and try to pick a fabric for that. I'll probably stick more to the pattern, the regular called for color family, and like a neutral fabric. But I love the chalkboard black. All the letters that were supposed to be in black, I did in white. So my other finish is Santa's Village, Poinsettia Place. So, and I'm doing all of these together. I almost finished this on my Stitch With Me, and I just ran out of steam. So this is the finish, and then this was the third one that I finished. And now I can move into whips, which is the fourth one. Let's see what it's called. What did I do with it? The fourth one is Santa's House. That was simple. So here's the fourth one. It's cute. I know it might be a little bit blurry, but it's Santa Claus with a Christmas tree. And that is what I'm working with on my Stitch With Me's. So if you watch my Stitch With Me, you already know that. So yesterday I went in and did my grid lines with my friction marker. I think you can see that. You can definitely see it in person. There you go. I did my grid lines and started on the snow, which is my least favorite part, but the most important part to keep them in line. I learned that the hard way with the second one. Okay. Now for the rest of my whips. I have a quilting whip, and this is from the 2020 Spooky Box. And I started this little quilt. My goal is just to get it done before Halloween, and then I can display it next year. So I have the cat head done. This was a lot of fun. I had a day when I was just feeling a little bit better and I wanted to do something different, so I pulled it out. So I have this part done right here. I have all my pieces cut to continue on, so everything's ready. It's just, you know, sitting down and piecing it together. So that's my quilting whip. My next one is a restart, and this is my Barbara Anna, A New World Part 2, Plentiful Meadows. This is the one that I started on Lugana and then realized it was on Lugana while I was filming my Flosstube. It's supposed to be on linen. So I did order, this is how far I got. I did order the linen and I restarted that. And this is where I am on the restart. So this is the same color, but the linen version's darker because linen absorbs more dye than Lugana. So it was a little tedious stitching all this over. And I made a mistake. They're supposed to be black in those windows. If you look on here, I did it correctly. But I'm not going to take it out. I'm just going to leave it. It's fine. It's a little tedious stitching all that over, but now that I'm kind of getting it over into this area, it doesn't feel quite as tedious. It feels more fun. So I'm glad that I did restart that. My next one is Halloween Parade by the Blue Flower. And when I get done with this, someone asked me if they could have this when I'm done, and I said yep. So this will be going off in the mail, and I'm actually getting pretty close. I worked on this yesterday, and I did post on Instagram. This is where I am overall, and then so since my last video, I finished that cat, and then this cat, which is one of my favorite things I have ever stitched. It's a cat in a peacock costume. So hopefully that's picking up. It was just so fun. It was awesome. So what I have left is, oh, and I started on this. This is a green pumpkin that has a dog in a orange pumpkin costume. So if you can see that right there. So I have to stitch him and finish my tree, put a couple of details right here, and I'll be done. So I'm excited about that. I do plan to make that into a pillow. And my last whip is a new start and also haul. So I bought this from the Housewives Etsy store. It's Silent Night. And what I want to do with this is break it up into smaller patterns. So what I'm doing first, whoops, this is on, oh, I haven't been saying the names of my fabrics. The Halloween Parade is on 28 count Coffee Tea Dye Monaco. This is on 14 count Chalkboard Black, just a scrap I had. And so what I'm doing is taking this section and I'm stitching that. I don't know if it's going to be, I think it's a little bit too big to be an ornament. So I'm probably going to finish it the same way that I finished the What's in My Cup, where I have a little pedestal stand where you finish it on that. Does that make sense? But I love that church. But to me, I just envision these as smaller and separate instead of one big piece. And also, I'm going to talk about this in a few minutes. I have a lot of Housewives unfinished Christmas pieces, and I do not have a lot of space in my house to display my stitching. So I'm getting to the point with Christmas where I only have so much room, so I have to start thinking about where am I actually going to put this. And I have nowhere to put a big piece like this. Well, it's not that big. It's 10 by 10. So I'm breaking it up. So I'm going to stitch. This is one. And then down here, I think I'm going to stitch this like across here, but not put the night. Just put some extra snowflakes right here. Like, let me cover this up. Like that. So it'll just be the farm. And I even thought about breaking it up to do the house and the truck. Like the house, this truck with this house, and then the barn with the animals. So I may actually do this in 3 pieces, kind of like a Christmas village. I'm just not sure yet. So if I do that, I could display it either on 3 blocks or 3 pedestals and have like a little village scene. So, but I really love this pattern. I just want it to be smaller. Okay, so my next haul is Call Me Santa from Stacie Stitches Creative Studio, or Stacie C Stitches the Flosstuber. So she showed this on her channel and I loved it, and I just don't know what color fabric I want to stitch it on. So I do have a white opalescent that would probably look cute on, so I may do that. or I may pick a darker fabric. So I have to decide. But this is available in her Etsy store, and I will link that below. This is her first pattern. I think she did a great job. It says, "Call me Santa," and then it has how you say Santa in all like different languages. So it's really, really cute. She did a great job. And she chose a darker skin tone for Santa, which I absolutely love. I love, love, love. Let's make it, because I was thinking on my Santa, she inspired me to change my, where's it at? To change my Santa on here. So I thought, well, you know, I could borrow from her idea and maybe use the same color on my Santa here, or choose a different skin tone. So I really like that. Good job, Stacie. You did a great job. Keep designing. Don't stop. Keep going. So I want to start that really soon. So I need to choose a fabric. Maybe I will do the opalescent. Just keep it simple. Okay. So those are all my whips. Now, time for another drink. All right. Deep breath. Stormy's currently laying on a pile of finishes that need to be fully finished. And I kind of wanted to just go through them because I was looking for something and I found all these and I thought, I forgot that I have these to finish. So, you'll see, like, as time goes by, I don't know, it's like some of these are from a year ago. So basically, when I first started stitching again in 2020, this is one of the first things I stitched. And I think this is called Raccoon Cabin. It is from, is it Country Cottage Needleworks or Little House Needleworks? I think it's Country Cottage Needleworks. They have like the 9-part series. I don't even know what it's called, In the Woods, or I don't know. But this was the one that I really loved. I stitched it on this blue even weave. I think it's a 28 count even weave that I got at Hobby Lobby. And I want to finish this maybe as an ornament. When I first stitched it, I thought, oh, I'm going to do all of them. But I didn't want to do all of them once I got done. I was happy with this one. So that's my first one I need to finish. This is the second one. This is another, maybe Country Cottage Needleworks or Little House Needleworks. And it says, "Oh, come, let us adore him." And this was another one that I had just started stitching. So I had bought this oatmeal fabric at Hobby Lobby. It's a 14 count. And I didn't think about the white not really showing up on it. So it's not my favorite thing in the world because the church doesn't pop and you can barely see the snowflakes. But I do like it. And I feel like I have a button for this somewhere. It's a cardinal button. I think it goes on top of one of the trees. So it needs a button and to be finished into an ornament. It'd be kind of a big ornament. But so there's that one. My next one was the November Country Cottage Needleworks. Are you seeing a pattern here? Country Cottage Needleworks November Cottage of the Month. And I really loved the colors in this. I thought it was fun. And this is on Coffee Tea Dyed 28 count Monaco. No, this is on Coffee Tea Dyed 16 count. Yeah, 16 count. Okay, so the next one is a stack of Christmas whips. Poor Stormy. She's like, what are you doing to me? This is the December Trucking Along. And this is stitched on 14 count black from Hobby Lobby. And I have 1, 2, 3. I have 3. This one I have a place for. But I'm not stitching the Christmas calendar crates because I have these other that I'm about to show, other housewives pieces that need a place to go. So I'm going to put one of these on there. I really love the December, but I've already stitched these and I need somewhere to display them. And like I said, I have a small house. I really only have my mantle and the top of a bookshelf to display pieces. And because I can put them on my end tables, but to be honest, we have 2 end tables, and then I have the where I put my stitching stuff. And my husband and I, we have like one end table is my husband's stuff, and the other end table is my stuff. And there's not really room to be pretty and to decorate, which is something as I've gotten older. I used to laugh at my mom. I would dust for her. Like as a teenager, one of my jobs was to dust. I mean, I did a lot of stuff. But anyway, I had to dust, and I'd be like, Mom, why do you have all this junk on this table? Just put it up. Well, now that I'm that age myself, I realize why we have all the junk on our table. So I don't have anywhere to put pretty stuff because, like, on my table is stitching stuff. My husband's table is like his 14 sets of keys, because he has work keys, personal keys. He has keys like to every building in the town. He has all these keys. So he has like a basket that holds all this. Keys, phone chargers, what else is over there? There's like 60 phone chargers, you know what I'm saying? We got chargers for everything. We had his baseball hat, his wallet, like his glasses, his spare glasses. All that stuff. Medicine. That's the funniest thing is, like, when I got to the point where we would put medication or vitamins on the end table, I was like, nobody told me this was going to happen. Nobody said, one day you're going to be cool and the next day you're going to have your medicine on your end table. So, one day you're going to be going to concerts and having a good time, and the next day you're going to be falling asleep while watching Netflix with medicine on your table. So, anyway, so we have one table that's free to put decoration on. But you know what? We have this little girl, and she likes to hit everything on the tables. Yeah, she's purring. Mommy, wake you up. I had to get her up because she's sleeping on my stitching. So I'm going to move it and put her back there. Okay, so carrying on. There may be some cat hair because she was sleeping on this. This is another Stitching with the Housewives. It's a... what was the name of this? I can't remember the name of this. I'll have to put it up. But I love this. This is more winter. So this is something I would put up in January. And this is the other one that I need a place for that I'll probably put on my calendar crates. And it's the Santa version of this one. It's the, I don't know, I can't remember what they call them. It's the it's seasonal What's in My Cup, but it's not the little ones. I can't think what they're called. And I love this one. And that's one thing I love about the Housewives Christmas patterns is they all match. So this one has the Christmas bulbs. This one has the Christmas bulbs. And then this guy, the Mr. Claus, What's in My Cup, he has the Christmas bulbs. And then the other Housewives that I have to finish is this one for an ornament. So I have these two little ones. So I need to get all those finished, and that's why I'm not going to do the December calendar crates, because I have plenty to hang up. Okay, so the next one was the Fat Quarter Shop mystery pattern from last year. And I originally was going to turn this into a pillow, and I still may, because I specifically added yellow to mine so that it would match the fabric that I have for it. Somebody wants chocolate milk. Just a minute. Okay. That's Stormy again. She's so cute. She was in my seat. I got up for like 30 seconds and she already moved in my seat to sleep. So, oh, while I was up, I grabbed this to show y'all the Dunkin' Donuts coffee I was talking about. So this is the one with 0 sugar if you want to do your own sweetener. But they sell it already sweetened too. Okay. So I was talking about this. You know, I just don't know I worked so hard on it. This right here was a nightmare to stitch. It was like, it was a nightmare to stitch. And, you know, I want to display it. I just don't know. I may make it into a pillow. It may sit in my box for another year. I don't know. Time will tell. So, but I have stopped doing those mystery stitch alongs with Fat Quarter Shop because if I want to stitch it, I'll wait until everything's out and I see the whole pattern before I try to stitch it. Oh, and there's one whip I haven't shown that I forgot about, and that is the Nightmare Before Christmas. And it is in the car because I took it to my mom's yesterday. But I am on day 10, so today's what? The 18th. So I'm 8 days behind. And I'm not doing the top. I tried to do the top. I messed it up 2 times, and I said, no more. It's not worth the stress. It's awesome. The top is awesome, but it just wasn't going to happen. So I cut the top off, so mine is going to be a pillow. And I do love it. So what I'm doing is I'm just going to stitch it through October, continue working on it. I have worked on it pretty much every day, even just a little bit. And what I'm doing is filling in, I'm doing the characters, and then I have stopped doing the background if I don't have to do it for the like teeth or whatever. And then that will be my car project. So I'll just keep it in the car, and because it's super easy to do a background fill in and you don't have to look at the chart. So once I get everything done, that'll be a really good travel project for the car, because the project I've been doing is the Shine On sampler, and I'm just really tired of doing that right now. So I needed something new to put in the car. And a lot of times the car is actually like when my mom has doctor appointments, or if I'm at my mom's, I'll just, you know, it's already with me. So I just grab it and stitch on something for a little bit. So I don't have that to show you. And Nicole Story, who designed that pattern, has released the info packet for her next SAL, which is classic Christmas characters. And the design area is smaller, so if the Nightmare Before Christmas SAL was too big for you or not your thing, take a look at this one, because I saw a sneak peek of it and I absolutely loved it. So she has a Facebook group and she has a website, so I will link all of that down below. And also, I missed the sign-ups for the last Stitchonomy, for the Stitch Along to be free, and she is currently doing sign-ups for her next Christmas one. So if you want to get the pattern for free, go ahead and sign up for that. I will also link that below. And the reason I got that was because I signed up for her newsletter. I never even heard of this designer until Tracy of OG Stitchery and Micah of the ADHD Stitcher both were showing the Stitchonomy Stitch Along, and I was like, oh, I missed the cutoff to sign up for that for free. So I went ahead and signed up for the Christmas one, because I thought, if it's not something I want to stitch when it comes out, at least, I mean, I'll already be signed up and I can see what it looks like, and if I don't like it, I just won't stitch it. But if I do like it, then I'll have it for free. So those are 2 free SALs. And was there anything else? I think that's about it. Okay. Oh, and the other thing I have is it's a whip and a finish. So I started this last year. This is the Tiny Modernist Christmas calendar. There's a Christmas Advent and a Christmas calendar. I believe this is the Advent where it counts down. So, like, here's 19. Now, I finished some of these. Actually, hold on. Okay. So, I finished some of these. Here's 19. These probably have fuzz and animal hair. 20. The 22nd. 21st. 23rd. 24th. Well, I was going to do these 24 days till Christmas, not the 24th. Like, I would do 18 days till Christmas for that one. And then I have these, which are stitched but not finished. So there's 13. I stitched all these on navy blue Aida. Just the Charles Craft Aida from Hobby Lobby. 16. 10, 11, 8, and 9. I love that one. It's so cute. 17. 12. 14. 15. So I still have 1 through 7 to stitch. And I have all of these to finish like this. I already have, whoops, the poster board cut out. So basically, I gave up on this because I could not find a finishing piece that matched navy blue. I went to Hobby Lobby. Everything was like buffalo check, or would have, if I had stitched this on a tan fabric or a natural fabric, there would have been a ton of stuff to pick from. But because I chose navy blue, I couldn't find anything to fit. So yesterday, I was at the Dollar Tree, and they had these wooden ornaments. And I thought, oh, that bell, I could paint that gold, and it would match the navy blue. So I hadn't tried it, so I just put it on there. And you know, it's, if I don't put a border, then I could use this bell. And I would need a hole drilled in it, though. I even thought about just making all of these into ornaments. But I have an ornament hanger that I could get my husband to drill a hole in there. And hang this from the ornament hanger and just switch these out. So I may do that. So it's a tiny bit too big, but honestly the rest of these I could actually make smaller pieces. I can make this like a 1/4 inch smaller on each side, and it would probably fit this better. So that might be what I do. I need to start and finish the other 7 of those. So I really like that. But if you're thinking about doing this, I would not stitch it on blue like me. I really want it to be on blue because I love the way the gold popped on the blue. There's a lot of yellows and golds, but yeah, it's hard to find a finishing piece. So I think that's it of that stuff. Yes. So now I want to say thank you for 2 people used the Buy Me a Coffee link, and thank you so much, Cheryl and Tanya. That was such a blessing. Thank you so much for your generosity. I really appreciate it. I mean, both of you, thank you so much. And thank you to everyone who leaves me sweet comments. And it really, you know, when times are hard, like positive comments. Somebody's driving by my house really slow. I'm just seeing who it is. Living next to a restaurant, I never know if like they're coming here or going to the restaurant. They're not coming here. But, you know, when times are hard, sweet comments, they really help. So, and if I haven't gotten back to your comments, please understand why. It's just been a difficult time. So thank you so much. And now let's do the giveaway. I did the giveaway on my phone before I started filming because my son's laptop is who knows where in this house, and it was just like easier if I just did it on my phone this time. And Teresa, I have not mailed your giveaway. Please forgive me. Hopefully this week I can get it out. And the that was from the last giveaway. And this week's giveaway was for the Tudor Bee pattern, and the winner for that is Ellen Stratton. So congratulations, Ellen. Please email me or message me on Instagram your info so I can get that mailed out to you. And I don't have a giveaway for this week because I'm behind on giveaways, and I just need to take a little bit off my plate right now. I hope you guys understand. So I'll pick back up with that. And for plans, it's just try to do some stitching. I am looking for a HAID or a full coverage design to be my first full coverage project. So hopefully I will get something picked out soon and maybe start that coming up. I don't know. I'm just trying to find a pattern that I think I'll stick with. I don't want to buy the fabric, and I wouldn't buy all the DMC. I would just buy enough to start, but still, it's an investment, and I don't want to just buy something willy-nilly and then it not be the right pattern for me. So hopefully I can find a pattern that I will stick with. And Moses crying. So I think that's it. Oh, thanks guys. I hope you have a good week, and I should be back to filming a stitch with me on Wednesday if nothing happens. So I will talk to you soon. Bye.